desperation and what it does to people. I'm sitting here at the gas station. I see, gas is going down a little bit, but it's still high relative to where it was a year ago. You're talking about still 75 to 100% increase in gas prices. And diesel makes the world go round. It's not even the oil, it's the diesel that the majority of our transportation system runs on to get the goods and services into the store that you have. It's particular, I had an experience on Facebook where a morbidly obese person mocked me for growing food. And they specifically said it. And the last person that, honestly, the last person that mocked me several years ago for growing food died of cancer. It's interesting how backwards we are in today's society. But as we go forward, people are going to get more desperate. As we're seeing crime in major cities. So I gotta wait for $17 for 17 gallons, $70. But we're seeing crime skyrocket in major cities. And why is this the case? We're seeing robberies up, we're seeing home invasions up. And why do you think this is the case? The case is, and the situation is in this country, is that as the economy continues to decline and incomes are not going up, but your expenses are, you're going to see more people behaving in such a way that is causing a visual disruption in society. We're seeing people getting killed for not putting on enough or too much mayonnaise on somebody's sandwich. We're seeing people getting robbed and shot and all types of stuff. Shoplifting. I mean, it's all increasing. And again, when you have people that are losing everything, they lose it. And people are getting more and more desperate. And this takes place, or this happens in $120 worth of gas. This happens in phases as people think that they're going to be able to accomplish something. Could you imagine buying a home and then turning around a year or two later and getting foreclosed on? When a person took out that loan or that mortgage, they didn't. One second. They never thought that they would be defaulting on a loan in which they took out. They never thought that. It was the furthest thought from their mind. However, they're getting foreclosed on. Everything that they have is being put out on the streets. And it's a sad deal because this is happening across the board. People have gotten themselves into situations that they've started a race that they cannot complete. And it's a grueling thing when you put your eggs all in one basket and now it turns out you're stuck. And again, when people are desperate, they'll do immoral things. The morality in them, any sense of morality, any decency of morality will depart from them because I got children to feed. I got a habit to supply. And if I cannot produce it for myself, then I'm going to take, extort, steal, scam my way into getting it. And it's justified due to the simple fact that I have a need. I have something that I want that someone else has. And so therefore, I'm going to take by any means necessary. Watch out for people who are in desperate situations and desperate times, because that's happening more and more. Who is it happening to? Our friends, our family, our sisters, our brothers, our cousins. It's happening, and I'm seeing it happening. And it's a grievous thing to see, especially when you warn people. And then you still see people that, in spite of the situation that they're in, that they're clearly in, they still won't change. They sincerely believe that, this situation is just going to work themselves out. And it's sad to hear people, call on God. Jesus said, no, it just don't work that way. This religious spirit that people are under, it's crazy. It really is. Be mindful of people. A desperate person is a dangerous person. Be mindful of those who are in tight positions. Be mindful, if you can help them, help them. But a lot of people can't be helped. Distance yourself from these people as much as you can. If you can't help them, leave them alone. Remove yourself far from their presence and far from your mind. Because, again, as this society and this economy continues to collapse and the people continue to suffer, you're going to be a target, especially if you have resources and ability. You're going to be a target of them. And these people may have called you friend, associate, mother, father. It don't matter. It really doesn't matter. You think that people would have a moral code. But again, when things go awry in their lives personally, that moral code goes right out the window. It really does. And so you're going to have to be mindful of this and making sure that you guard yourself and guard your heart. Because, people, we're inherently selfish. And I'll give you a perfect example of a person that's at the height of selfishness. I'll do videos talking about preparedness, showing what the plans are. And people will say, well, I'm going to come over your place. Or, I'm going to come there if something happens. He. That kind of deal. And I look at these people and I say, I see you on Facebook. I see you on YouTube. I see you out there in the world living it up and loving it up and having a great time. You're taking trips. You're doing parties Friday night, Saturday night. You're having a good old time in your life. And never once did you offer to buy so much as a solar panel or help out once. But you would turn around and expect, because you're in a dire situation, that I'm supposed to save you and your family. Again, is the height of selfishness. And a person in this economy, especially a desperate person, it goes hand in hand. Selfish people, desperate people. Because now their problems have become your problems. And this entitlement mentality that we have today, they're going to fully and will expect you to provide for them and their families when they've done nothing to provide for themselves. It's sad. These people are some dangerous folk. I mean, that's just selfish. I mean, me personally, I make sure that I'm doing what I need to make sure that my house is in order, and every man's responsible for doing the same. But it's sad to see people and hear people think like this, because they know something is awry, they know something is off, and they know something that things are not getting any better, and they're seeing the importance of being prepared and making preparations, but they just don't want to do the work themselves. They want to live their lives in comfort, without sacrificing anything, and then when the time comes, because of their feeling of their sense of entitlement, when they chose not to lift the finger in the green, you think they're going to lift the finger in the red? They're going to have that spirit and that same mentality all throughout their lives, because that's what they do. This is how they operate. They operate based on usury, using people to get what they want, to get what they need, scamming people, extorting people. This is what they do. This is all they know. This is the lives that they've lived. And so they're going to expect you, and then they're going to be the spirit that's on people today. They're going to be on some old "you owe me" shit when you don't owe them nothing. They're gonna have a deep sense of entitlement on them, like you betrayed them or something. I mean, that's how deep it's gonna be. A person with this mentality, they're capable of anything. I tell you, you see how bad things are getting. It's just going to get worse and worse. It's this very disheartening. But just be aware of what's going on and how people are and what they're willing and capable to do, because they're desperate, entitled, selfish, and unprepared.